Hey there, and welcome to September 2019. My name is Kayleigh Jean, and I'm here to do your creativity readings for the month. I just have a couple of quick announcements. First of all, if you are looking to go deeper with your astrological knowledge and you want to explore the potential of working with astrological magic in your personal spiritual practice, I will put the information to Natural Magic School. That's the topic of the month. We're going a lot deeper with it. We're also going to be doing some live streams and just exploring natural magic from an astrological perspective, as well as going into the philosophy of circle casting and working with the four direction. If you're not familiar with Natural Magic School, it is really just a very inexpensive way to support my channel. If you get something useful out of these videos and you want to say thank you, you get access to a ton of extra content every month. So all that information, again, will be below the video. Secondly, I wanted to let you know about the tanks that I'm wearing this month. I'm super excited to be partnered with Hannah Stone, who reached out to me. I was so excited to partner with her for this month's videos. She creates this whole line of astrological, constellation-based and crystal-based designs with her clothes, and her fabric that she uses is so freaking comfortable. Everything that she has, I think, is somewhat reversible, so you can wear it in different ways to create different necklines and just fun stuff. So I wanted to give her a little shout out and let you know that she's offering free shipping for anybody who watches this and wants to purchase something from her shop, which is super generous. So I will put all of her information below. I just really related to her mission. She's working to empower women. She employs adults who earn fair wages in Canada. I absolutely love her mission. I feel like she is just a really awesome creative person, and I'm really excited to be wearing her stuff this month. So if you're interested in that, I will put the information and the free shipping link to her shop below. Okay guys, let's get into your readings without any further ado. Okay, Sagittarius, let's get into your September reading. As I was tuning into your energy, I was seeing a couple of things. The first one was actually a large open field, almost like it was a farm in a way. And it just gave me this feeling of abundance, first of all, but it also was giving me a feeling of lots of work and lots of responsibility, but there's definitely a feeling of reward that's coming with this. So you may experience September as a month in which you have a lot of responsibilities, and maybe you are pushing yourself to be more productive, pushing yourself to get things done. Maybe you have some deadlines that you have to meet, or maybe you just have some things that require your immediate attention in order to take advantage of the opportunities that you have in front of you. But whatever it is, I am sensing that there's a lot of success to be had for Sagittarians this month. I see money coming your way if that's something that you are working towards. I also just see something about like self-respect, and it's a self-respect that specifically comes from working hard. I don't know if you've ever experienced this. I definitely have, but at the end of a long day of work, or maybe even at the end of a week where I've accomplished a lot and I've really pushed myself to get things done and to do the best that I possibly can, there's a kind of satisfaction that comes with that that you really can't get in any other way. It really is about having done your best, having pushed yourself out of your comfort zone, having really sacrificed maybe some free time, or having just really put your best foot forward in some way, shape, or form really does facilitate this deep inner appreciation of self. And so if you are pushing yourself at this time, Sag, and you're feeling like, wow, this is a lot to take on, or I really am looking forward to being able to take a break at some point, if that's just your situation, and sometimes that is just the situation, know that this is going to pay dividends not only in terms of the goal that you're trying to achieve actually being accomplished, but it's also going to pay dividends to you in terms of your self-respect, your spirituality, your trust in yourself, and your faith in yourself is going to expand as a result of you kind of putting so much of yourself into what you're doing right now. But you're going to be very successful. You're on the right track. I feel that for many of you, this is just a time of heightened responsibility, but it can achieve a lot, so it's going to be worth it. So let's take a look at your cards, and we'll get a sense of some more messages for Sagittarius. Tarot, please give us loving guidance for Sagittarians, guidance that will help them in the month of September. Sagittarius. Here we go. Okay. And we're also going to get your Animal Spirit Oracle cards. Sagittarius. Pay attention to where these creatures or their likeness appear for you in your life, because they will be bringing in more additional messages and synchronicities. Wow. So we have the spider and the elephant. Now this is so... I just had to laugh and react as soon as I saw this, because if you own this deck, the Animal Spirit Oracle, which, by the way, if you are interested in purchasing it, I'll put the link to it below. But if you own this deck, you know that the spider card specifically relates to hard work and dharma and sort of your spiritual purpose through the effort that you expend. So it's the higher purpose or the intention that is put out there as you spin your web, as you show up dutifully day in and day out to do your work, to commit yourself, to sacrifice your time and your energy towards a creative project, for example, or towards a charity, or towards volunteering, or whatever it is that really speaks to you, that you devote yourself to. That is what the spider card is all about. So it's just so funny to get that after the message that you got from the meditation. So I just have to say, it was just really sweet to see how this reading is evolving with the elephant card crossing you. So the elephant card in this deck, the elephants are closely aligned with this concept of good luck and good fortune, and a lot of cultures that have elephants as part of their sort of terrain and in their environment associate them with good luck and prosperity. So a lot of people will have figurines of elephants near doorways as kind of a protective energy that also helps draw prosperity and good energies into the home. So I love to see this here, because it kind of gives us that little hint of fire, which is your element, and it gives us something of the Sagittarian archetype as well, because you're ruled by Jupiter, and as a planet, Jupiter is about expansion, but it makes things big. Like wherever Jupiter is a signifier, wherever Jupiter is in a natal chart, whatever aspects it's making, it kind of shines light. It says yes, it opens, it broadens, it grows, it expands. So the elephant is a really appropriate kind of symbology that goes along with that energy of Jupiter, because Jupiter is a lucky planet. It is a planet of wisdom. So to have Jupiter as your ruler, it really is pointing to different aspects of the nature of people who have strong Sagittarian placements, whether you're a Sagittarius sun, moon, Mercury rising, whatever it is. There's this element here that belongs to you. It's inherent to your character. It's inherent to what makes you likable. It's inherent to what makes you charismatic, Sagittarius. So I do see good luck essentially coming to you. I see you having kind of being able to meet an opportunity with preparation, with because the spider indicates that studiousness and effort and hard work. So it's saying you've done the hard work. So when you find yourself at a crossroads with opportunity, or when you find yourself at a crossroads of a stroke of good fortune coming in, you're able to then harness that and really run with it and take advantage of it. And I think that's what you're doing in September. So it all looks really good. Let's take a look at your tarot cards and we'll get some more information. So we've got the High Priestess, Page of Cups, Eight of Pentacles, Ten of Wands. We've got the Ace of Wands and the Page of Wands. We've got the Ten of Swords and the Ace of Swords. Interesting. So we've got two tens here and two aces, which really show new beginnings. We've also got two pages as well. And then the High Priestess is a very important key card. She's a major arcana card, and she's showing up right at the beginning of the month for you. So you really are entering into the month on a very powerful note. The fact that the High Priestess comes up before everything else shows me it's kind of like an anchor point in this reading where everything else that follows is connected somehow to the High Priestess. And the High Priestess represents the inner life. She represents the intuition, inner wisdom. She's the queen of the inner realm. So she's kind of seated in front of that curtain with the pomegranates, which represents fertility. And then the lake behind her represents, with its glassy surface, we can't see through it, we don't know what's under there. It represents the unconscious. So it's the fertility of your unconscious mind, Sagittarius. It's the fertility of your inner vision for what you want. That is kind of the focus is being brought to that inner vision immediately as we're looking at this reading. Some of you may be feeling like you have proceeded down a particular path to a point at which now it is becoming overwhelming to you. And the message, if you are in that situation because of these tens that came up, the message is, if you find yourself at the Ten of Swords point or the Ten of Wands point, being overwhelmed by the work that you have on your plate, or being overwhelmed by where this path has led you, the reminder that's coming through these cards is that you created this vision for yourself, Sagittarius, and that is not in any way to sound punitive or anything like that at all. It's like, it's more a reminder of your power to dream and then create. Like, to dream, create, and manifest. That's, to me, what this High Priestess is symbolizing in this reading is you have walked in the temple of your inner sanctuary. Like, you have walked in the innermost part of you where your desires come from. Like, that's where the path that you're on originated, was in the High Priestess aspect of yourself, within your inner psyche. But I feel like any project that we have kind of on the outer level has the potential to become this at some point because of the nature of physical reality. There's a difference between kind of like I guess I want to say the non-physical realm and the physical realm. And of course, being that the tarot shows us very clearly that the last stage in the Wands journey and in the Swords journey is all about recognizing our own, recognizing where we need help, or recognizing where we need to adapt and either relinquish control and responsibility or relinquish the need for those things. I feel like when we're looking at this, it shows, in a way, it shows that you have already succeeded, Sagittarius. Even if you are feeling a little bit overwhelmed or burdened by everything that you're doing right now, this does represent a point of success for you, but it shows that you do need to make some adjustments moving forward. And this could be in a very practical sense, like maybe if you have a very successful business, the energy right now in September is about simplifying your life. Because if you're a one-man show or a one-woman show in your business, the things that you're doing right now are gaining success for you, clearly because of this reading. But at the same time, you also know that you need to make some adjustments in order to be able to continue this success. It's kind of like any business or any creative journey is going to have points where we have to reevaluate our needs. If you sell a physical product, for example, you're going to, at a certain point, you might have so much success that people are buying your product faster than you can make it. So, for example, you might need to change your means of production. You might have to actually outsource it to another company, or you might have to rent a bigger facility, or you may have to bring in a business partner who can oversee those things, or what have you. There's always growth, and it's kind of frustrating, and I can relate to this too, that there's always going to be growth. So the moment, sometimes it feels literally like the moment that you master something, then you get to move on to the next level, and that means that you begin that process of figuring out how to master kind of like the next phase. So it's all about growth. It's all about recognizing where you need to make adjustments. Now, if you're not specifically a creative or career like business person, Sagittarius, this could also just be showing you that the way that you're living your life at this point is feeling a little bit hectic, and you need some way to kind of blow off steam, or you need to give yourself permission to kind of step out of the routine or the flow that you've been in the middle of. And that may or may not be actually within the month of September. Like I said, I feel that this month is going to be quite busy for you, and it could pass by pretty quickly, but at least maybe have some plans for October, or have some plans coming up that will give you the opportunity to kind of step out of the routine that you've been in. I feel a lot of gratitude on your part for what you have in your life, but at the same time, we have the Page of Cups coming up here with the Eight of Wands, and that was next to the or the Eight of Pentacles, I'm sorry, and that was next to the Ten of Wands. So what this is saying is that the Page of Cups represents your inner child, and your inner child, your creative side, I feel like that side of you needs to be allowed to kind of play a little bit more. It needs to be brought like to the table with a voice that's discernible and that is respected within you. There's a part of you that just needs to have more fun, I guess. And that's going to be true of any time that we have a lot going on, any time that we are really pushing ourselves. There's going to be that side of us, that fun-loving, play hooky kind of side of us that wants to just be a little bit more easygoing about things and sanguine, which is, again, a very Sagittarian quality. You want to find good kind of practical ways to let that side of you out. So maybe setting aside some specific time for just leisure, or for hobbies that are not related to your work or your main source of income. If you're a business person or an artist, have something kind of on the side that you do that's fun. Because I feel like the Page of Cups coming up here with the Eight of Pentacles is like, it's kind of like, don't take the work too seriously. Make sure that you're having enough fun. Make sure that you are also just rejoicing, I think, in what's going on in your life, even if it's not perfect, even if it's overwhelming to you, even if you're feeling kind of run down in certain ways. You actually are in a really good place in comparison to a lot of other signs and a lot of other people, Sagittarius. That's what I want you to really get from this. And I think you know that, I think you're very aware of that. It's just, it is a lot what you've taken on. It's a lot that you are doing right now, but it will pay off. So we have the other page, the Page of Wands, coming up here with the Ace of Wands. This is a very inspired draw. I feel like one of the things that could really help you right now, Sag, is taking a moment to just ask yourself what you think would be the most fun way for you to proceed with your business or your career or your creativity. I feel like you're going to experience perhaps like a burst of creative energy around the third week of September, right before or maybe right as the sun moves into Libra. You're going to feel like there's a shift, and there's this, you could almost be feeling more athletic even. You could be feeling like you have more energy to exercise, or you feel more outgoing. You just feel kind of like a burst of energy, which is really nice. And at the same time, I want you to make sure that you use that, because it's kind of like, it feels very physiological to me, like your physical body is going to be feeling more energized, more pumped up, more ready to go. You're going to be maybe feeling a little bit more gregarious and outgoing. But I want you to really use that energy to have a stronger vision for what you want. Like, use those times when you feel naturally enthusiastic, naturally revved up, naturally just kind of like, the word, it's funny, but the word that's coming to mind is actually like glorious. You know, it's just like this glorious like burst of creative energy, and really use that and write things down, Sagittarius. Write down lists of things that you want to accomplish. Write down things that matter to you. Make lists that aren't necessarily practical, but just make gratitude lists, for example. Make lists of things that will be helpful for you to remember in the future when you don't have this natural flow of energy kind of coursing through you. I feel that this is a time in which you can really accomplish a lot that will help you moving forward and kind of carry you through those times where your energy is ebbing a little bit. So again, September is just a very energized month. You're going to probably alternate between feeling like, yeah, I'm ready to go, let's do this, and then, holy shit, what did I agree to? Like, what did I get myself into? This is wild. But just try and do the simple things. Make sure that you're getting enough sleep. Make sure that you're drinking enough water, that you're eating foods that are supportive to your overall health. Just do the simple, clear, practical things that can help you stay grounded, because otherwise, other than that, you are going to be on one. Basically, Sag, you're going to feel like you have a lot going on, but you're going to rise to meet that challenge. And particularly, you'll be feeling more energy, I think, in the third week of September, based on these cards. So the other thing that we have is the Ten of Swords and the Ace of Swords. So I find it really interesting that we have like this Page of Wands and then the Ace of Wands, and then we have the Ten of Swords and the Ace of Swords. Again, what is coming through, because you also had the Ten of Wands before that too, I feel like there's a theme of simplification that keeps coming up in these cards, because we have all of these swords and the person's like dead down here. Or we have all of these wands and the person is breaking their back to carry all of them at once. But then we have just one wand and it feels pretty good, right? It feels like there's optimism in this image when he just has the one. Whereas when he has all 10 of them, he's like, I'm over this shit. So one thing that I get from this, Sag, is simplify your life. Maybe at the end of September, there's going to be some kind of moment of clarity where you realize, you know what? I don't need this anymore. I'm going to separate myself from this, and this aspect of what I do. Like, I'm not offering it anymore. If you're a business person and you have your own website or you have your own kind of services that you offer, maybe you're just solidifying your energy into one thing. Like, maybe if you're somebody who does counseling or life coaching, maybe you're not going to focus on one-on-one sessions anymore. Maybe you're only going to do workshops. Or if you are a maker, like on Etsy, maybe you had previously like this whole line of different things that you made to order every single time, but then you just decide, you know what, no, I'm going to focus on these 3 SKUs and that's it. Like, that's all I'm doing. And if people don't like it, I'm sorry, but I need to prioritize my sanity, and these are my bread and butter. These are the pieces that people really love and know me for, and so I'm just going to focus on doing these so that I can maybe free up some time in my life to pursue other interests or spend time with my children with the Page of Cups, or be more creative in other ways. So whatever it is, it's like, make it okay to give yourself permission to simplify, to give yourself permission to take a break as well from different things. Maybe you're going to, let's say you're a tarot reader, maybe you're going to close up your shop for a little bit, or maybe you're going to only offer a certain type of reading and that's that. Whatever it is, just make it okay to do whatever you need to do in order to feel calm and centered and excited and inspired about your work, or about kind of the work that you're doing in the world, I guess, is really the main thing that's coming through on that. And remember, there is good luck with this, with the elephant. So I feel like you can trust whatever it is that your intuition is telling you that you need to change, even if it makes you a little nervous to do that. I feel like the elephant is saying there is success coming your way, and as long as you're positioning yourself to take advantage of it and you're listening to your gut instincts as you do that, I feel like this has the potential to work out really well for you. So it's exciting. It's an exciting time. Let's take a look at the bottom of the deck. We do have 5 of Wands, so this is possibly going to be something that we'll look at with your extended reading. We're also going to look at the full moon on September 13th and what that means for your sign. And I'm going to go ahead and pull your Lenormand cards as well. So this time I am working with Lenormand, but I'm reading these cards very intuitively. This is not a traditional Lenormand spread. Okay, and so we're going to look at a relationship spread as well. We're also going to look at your Bob Ross card, which I'm excited about. The Sagittarius. Okay, here we go. So let's take a look at your Bob Ross message. Okay, it says, you have to have dark in order to show light, just like in life. So the duality, you know, we get that. We also have mystery. So this is cool. This kind of gives me this almost kind of Halloween-ish vibe, this mystery card. So we'll definitely look deeper with that in the extended, and I'm just going to turn these over. So for your extended reading, we have the child, the letter, the writer, the mountain, the garden, and the stars. We've got the lady, the dog, the crossroads. We also have the ring, the coffin, and the scythe. And in your energy in regards to relationship, we have the clover and the mice. In another person's energy, the other person that's like the most important relationship for you right now, we have the house and the whip. And what's between you, we have the stork. So it's really beautiful. We will be looking into these cards with your extended reading, as well as what this full moon in Pisces may have for you guys based on your sign of Sagittarius and where this full moon is taking place in your chart in relation to the sign of Sagittarius. So, but really the core messages for your reading are essentially keep at it, keep working towards what you're doing, Sagittarius. I feel like you are on the brink of a lot of success, and it's just going to take a little bit of elbow grease this month. At the same time, keep an eye on whatever aspects of your business or your creativity are less enjoyable for you right now, because I feel like as this month of September draws to a close, you're really going to be taking a discerning eye towards the things that are no longer working for you in your business or in your profession or in your career, and you're going to be looking at what you can reduce or what you can sort of cut back, what you can sort of let go of in order to be able to simplify your life and focus on just the things that really matter to you, and let go of some of the like erroneous extra stuff that isn't really adding much to your life experience. So just keep your eye on that. But overall, I feel like there's the opportunity to make a lot of money this month. I feel like there's an opportunity to get the word out about your work. This does feel like a very career-focused reading, so we will look into relationships with the extended, but generally these readings tend to focus on career and creativity, because that is just, I think, where my reader's voice shows up the most. So hopefully this is helpful to those of you creative Sages out there. I'm sending you so much love. I hope you have an amazing month in September. Thank you for watching. Thank you for liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing. All those things are really helpful, and they really help me to know that these readings are helpful to you. So thank you so much for doing that. Thank you for letting me know your thoughts. I hope you have an amazing month, and I will talk to you next time. Bye.